Toyota Land Cruiser. The Toyota Land Cruiser became one of the most legendary SUVs ever built because it earned a global reputation for surviving conditions that destroyed most vehicles. But by 2026, Toyota split the Land Cruiser into two very different identities. The massive 300 series remained the flagship in markets like the Middle East and Australia, while North America received the new 250 series, which is closely related to the Prado. The Land Cruiser 300 uses a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6, producing 409 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque through a 10-speed automatic transmission and full-time four-wheel drive. Weight is roughly 5,700 pounds, top speed is around 130 miles per hour, and 0 to 60 takes about 6.7 seconds. Pricing in global markets starts near $85,000 and can exceed $120,000 for premium trims. Compared to the older V8-powered 200 series, the twin-turbo setup delivered stronger acceleration, better efficiency, and significantly more torque. But the reason the Land Cruiser became legendary was durability. These SUVs crossed deserts, mountains, war zones, and remote wilderness for decades because owners trusted them more than almost anything else on the road. That reputation made the Land Cruiser more than transportation. It became a symbol of reliability worldwide. Yet Toyota realized many buyers wanted something smaller, lighter, and easier to use daily. Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. The Land Cruiser Prado evolved into Toyota's most balanced off-road SUV because it combined genuine trail capability with everyday comfort. For 2026, the new 250 series effectively became the modern Prado globally and the standard Land Cruiser in the United States. It uses Toyota's iForce Max hybrid system with a turbocharged four-cylinder producing 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque through an 8-speed automatic transmission and full-time four-wheel drive. Weight sits around 5,200 pounds, depending on trim. Top speed is roughly 108 miles per hour, while 0 to 60 takes about 7 seconds. Pricing starts near $58,000 and climbs above $75,000 for premium off-road versions. Compared to the older Prado, the 250 series became dramatically more modern, with improved suspension, stronger torque delivery, updated safety systems, and a far more premium interior. But what made the Prado important was versatility. Unlike the larger Land Cruiser 300, it could comfortably handle city driving while still offering locking differentials, low-range gearing, crawl control, and serious off-road capability. That balance helped it become one of Toyota's most globally successful SUVs. But Toyota's biggest breakthrough would come from a completely different type of SUV. Toyota RAV4. The Toyota RAV4 changed the global SUV industry because it helped turn crossovers into mainstream family vehicles. When the first generation launched in 1994, most SUVs were still heavy truck-based machines. The RAV4 introduced the idea that an SUV could be practical, fuel-efficient, and easy to drive every day. By 2026, the all-new 6th-generation RAV4 became more advanced than ever. The standard all-wheel drive hybrid now produces 236 combined horsepower through a hybrid-assisted 2.5-liter four-cylinder powertrain paired with an electronically controlled CVT and all-wheel drive. Weight is roughly 3,900 pounds. Top speed is around 112 miles per hour, while 0 to 60 takes about 7 seconds. Pricing begins near $34,000. The more powerful plug-in hybrid version now produces 324 horsepower and reaches 60 miles per hour in around 5.5 seconds, making it one of the fastest compact SUVs Toyota has ever built. Compared to the previous generation, the new RAV4 became more powerful, more efficient, and more refined, while also improving cabin technology and hybrid performance. But what truly made the RAV4 matter was influence. It proved millions of buyers wanted SUV practicality without sacrificing comfort or fuel economy. Today, the compact crossover market exists largely because of the RAV4's success. Yet, Toyota also needed larger SUVs for growing families. Toyota Highlander. The Toyota Highlander became one of the most important family SUVs of the modern era because it offered three-row practicality without the heavy feel of a traditional truck-based SUV. Introduced in 2000, it arrived at the perfect time as buyers moved away from minivans and toward crossovers. The 2026 Highlander uses a turbocharged 2.4-liter four-cylinder, producing 265 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque through an 8-speed automatic transmission with available all-wheel drive. Hybrid versions focus more heavily on efficiency, producing 243 combined horsepower. Weight ranges from around 4,200 to 4,500 pounds. Top speed is approximately 112 miles per hour, while 0 to 60 takes between 7 and 8 seconds depending on trim. Pricing starts near $41,000 and climbs above $55,000 for platinum trims. Compared to earlier V6 Highlanders, the turbocharged powertrain improved low-end torque and fuel economy while reducing emissions. But the reason people cared about the Highlander was trust. Families bought them because they were comfortable, reliable, safe, and easy to live with for years. Toyota built the Highlander around practicality rather than excitement, and that formula made it one of the company's most successful SUVs. Still, some buyers wanted even more room and power. Toyota Grand Highlander. The Grand Highlander became Toyota's answer to one of the biggest complaints about midsize SUVs, cramped third-row seating. Introduced in 2023 and refined further by 2026, it stretched the Highlander formula into a genuinely spacious long-distance family SUV. The most powerful Hybrid Max version uses a 13.4-liter hybrid powertrain, producing 362 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque through a 6-speed automatic transmission with all-wheel drive. Weight approaches 4,900 pounds. Top speed is electronically limited near 112 miles per hour, while 0 to 60 takes about 5.6 seconds. Pricing starts around $45,000 and exceeds $62,000 for fully loaded trims. Compared to the standard Highlander, the Grand Highlander offered significantly more cargo capacity, more usable third-row space, and stronger highway performance. But what made it important was flexibility. Families no longer had to choose between efficiency and interior space because the Grand Highlander managed to deliver both. It also became one of Toyota's quickest SUVs in Hybrid Max form, which surprised many buyers expecting only practicality. Yet Toyota still maintained a true full-size SUV for maximum capability. Toyota Sequoia. The Toyota Sequoia remained Toyota's largest and most powerful traditional SUV, designed mainly for North America, where towing and long-distance travel mattered most. The latest Sequoia uses Toyota's iForce Max hybrid system with a 3.4-liter twin-turbo V6 producing 437 horsepower and 583 pound-feet of torque through a 10-speed automatic transmission with rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Weight ranges between 5,700 and 6,100 pounds. Top speed is around 115 miles per hour, while 0 to 60 takes roughly 5.6 seconds. Pricing begins near $64,000 and climbs above $82,000 for Capstone and TRD Pro trims. Compared to the old V8-powered Sequoia, the hybrid setup delivered far more torque, faster acceleration, and noticeably better fuel efficiency. But what made the Sequoia matter was capability. It could tow more than 9,000 pounds while still providing luxury-level comfort, advanced technology, and serious off-road hardware in TRD Pro form. Toyota transformed it from a simple family hauler into a modern, performance-oriented full-size SUV. Still, many enthusiasts continued preferring Toyota's more rugged and trail-focused platform. Toyota 4Runner. The Toyota 4Runner became one of the last true old-school SUVs because Toyota refused to turn it fully into a crossover. For years, it kept body-on-frame construction, while competitors became softer and more road-focused. But 2026 marked the biggest redesign in the model's history. The old naturally aspirated 4.0-liter V6 was finally replaced with Toyota's turbocharged 2.4-liter iForce Max hybrid powertrain, producing up to 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque through an 8-speed automatic transmission with available 4-wheel drive. Weight ranges between 4,500 and 5,200 pounds, depending on trim. Top speed is around 115 miles per hour, while 0 to 60 takes approximately 6.7 seconds. Pricing starts near $42,000 and exceeds $68,000 for Trailhunter and TRD Pro models. Compared to the outgoing generation, the new 4Runner became dramatically more modern, more powerful, and more technologically advanced, while still keeping serious off-road capability. But the reason people loved the 4Runner was authenticity. It stayed rugged, dependable, easy to modify, and highly capable on difficult terrain long after many rivals abandoned that formula. That made it one of the most respected off-road SUVs in North America. Yet Toyota's smallest SUVs targeted a completely different audience: Toyota Corolla Cross. The Corolla Cross was designed to bridge the gap between compact sedans and larger SUVs by combining Corolla simplicity with crossover practicality. Introduced globally in the early 2020s, it quickly became one of Toyota's most important entry-level SUVs. The 2026 hybrid model uses a 2.0-liter four-cylinder hybrid system, producing 196 horsepower through a CVT transmission with standard all-wheel drive. Weight is around 3,500 pounds. Top speed is roughly 112 miles per hour, while 0 to 60 takes around 7.8 seconds. Pricing starts near $27,000. Compared to the RAV4, the Corolla Cross is smaller, easier to maneuver, and significantly more affordable. But what made it important was accessibility. It gave buyers SUV styling, modern safety systems, hybrid efficiency, and extra cargo space without moving into expensive territory. That helped Toyota attract younger buyers and first-time SUV owners. But Toyota also experimented with something much sportier and far more controversial: Toyota CHR. The Toyota CHR changed dramatically for 2026 because it evolved from a small hybrid crossover into a fully electric, performance-focused SUV in North America. Earlier versions focused mainly on styling and efficiency, but the new CHR EV became one of Toyota's quickest SUVs. It uses a dual-motor, all-wheel drive electric powertrain, producing 338 horsepower through a single-speed transmission. Weight is estimated around 4,300 pounds. Top speed is electronically limited near 112 miles per hour, while 0 to 60 takes just 4.9 seconds. Pricing is expected to start near $38,000. Compared to the older hybrid CHR, the electric version became dramatically faster, more aggressive in design, and far more performance-oriented. But what made the new CHR important was positioning. Toyota used it to prove the company could build electric SUVs with personality and speed, instead of focusing only on efficiency. That shift represented a major change in Toyota's approach to EVs. But the company's first mainstream electric SUV arrived slightly earlier: Toyota BZ4X. The Toyota BZ4X marked Toyota's true beginning in the global electric SUV market. Introduced in 2022, it represented a major turning point for a company that spent decades dominating hybrid technology instead of fully electric vehicles. The dual-motor all-wheel drive version produces 214 horsepower and 248 pound-feet of torque through a single-speed electric transmission. Weight sits near 4,400 pounds. Top speed is electronically limited to roughly 100 miles per hour, while 0 to 60 takes around 6.5 seconds. Pricing begins near $43,000 before incentives. Compared to Toyota's hybrid SUVs, the BZ4X delivered instant electric torque, silent operation, and an entirely different driving experience. But what made it important was timing. Toyota entered the EV market later than several rivals, so the BZ4X became the foundation for the company's electric future. It focused heavily on reliability, efficiency, and everyday usability, rather than extreme performance numbers. From the indestructible Land Cruiser crossing remote deserts to high-performance electric SUVs like the new CHR EV, Toyota's SUV lineup evolved into one of the broadest and most influential ranges in the automotive world.